What is up, guys? Here we are. I missed this series live earlier today because it is Saturday, and like a good adult, I was out running errands. But as soon as I got home, I clambered over to my laptop to watch this because I heard that this series was pretty incredible. Not only did I hear that the quality of it was pretty entertaining, but I also saw the result, which was quite surprising. The brightest neon yellow logo that our esport has to offer faced off against the world champs, BDS. And that neon logo I'm talking about is the new Quadrant roster, which was previously Goldbridge Ball. That is Kash, eekso, and RelatingWave. From the ashes of previous teams comes an all-English roster here to face off against France. So we have a European battle for the ages. Let's give some context. This is Game 7, so we've had a real back-and-forth series. Seems so far, I went back and watched all of the matches, but it seems like Boost was at a premium over the course of this series. A lot of goals came from and were given by either the possession or non-possession of Boost canisters. That was a weird way to say. Basically, boost equals goal, no boost equals oops, give up goal. And we see some of the players prioritizing it more than others. Not a lot of sustained offensive attacks in this. Has seemed pretty back and forth on my first watch back through. And we are here in Game 7 now on a series that I bet most people probably didn't have going more than 6. But here we are in Champions Field. Back with BDS. If you guys watched yesterday's video, we saw them take down G1, eking that one out. And here we are. We are riding with RelatingWave, aka Lucas Rose. I think that's his name. I was just looking the other night to see. I couldn't sleep and I had too much time on my hands, so I was like, I wonder if any Rocket League pros have the same birthday as me. So far, no, but I did come across RelatingWave and I saw his name there. But we're on with him. Seemed like he had a less than probably he would want this series to go a little bit differently for himself. Certainly popped a game here and there. Luckily I had 6 games to watch before this Game 7, so I spent one on the point of view of everybody. And from what I saw of RelatingWave, I don't know, he just seemed to be a little out of position here and there, especially defensively. Just a little too far upfield when he shouldn't have been on some of them, letting a couple of balls get over his head. But a couple pretty nice saves and a couple of goals here and there that actually won them some games. So pretty back and forth series from everyone, including Wave. And look at that, I've talked us through. We only have 2 minutes left in this game, and as I'm sure you've seen, we really haven't missed a ton of really close action. Excuse me. It's kind of just been looking for field possession, kind of maintaining the field from both teams over the course of this series. It seems like they're playing pretty spread rotations, not really boxing up with one another. You can see Wave all the way back here. See, that's one of those that I'm talking about. Some of the stuff like that you just think he'd probably want a second chance at. He was able to make contact, but did give over possession, and he was almost too far forward on that play and let it go over his head. A couple of times that happened in this series, but alas. Down to a minute here, really haven't seen much. Seiko on the sidewall is able to get it past, but this is something that BDS has been struggling with, just sustained offense, kind of piecing it together. A great play here and there. They're all overwhelmingly talented, but just couldn't put it together every time. Excuse me. Risky little touch save there by Wave, but he's able to make it out. eekso tries to touch it over, but RelatingWave is unable to get his wheels on the ground there. My god, that is dangerous. See, Wave, he turns on it, but they're just kind of there to meet him. Seems like something Goldbridge was trying to work out over the course of this series was kind of setting these situations where they want BDS to come to them. They want to have the ball come like this and then counter. BDS was spreading themselves really wide too, and that's something they do pretty traditionally. We saw that a lot when they beat the Pulp out of G2 in the World Finals. They're all so mechanically gifted and their communication is so effective that they spread themselves out intentionally to cover as much ground as possible. But Goldbridge was trying to use that to their advantage as we go into overtime. Trying to use that to their advantage to, you know, invite BDS in, kind of lull them into position. Oh my god, that made my booty clench. But trying to, you know, have them come in and then, aha, counter them when they're not expecting it. BDS fell for it here and there, but not all over. Wave is up. He was trying to play, I think he was trying to play the clear up top, but that one got away from him a little bit. I thought eekso has looked pretty darn good in this series, and we've missed it as I've been just yapping away, but Monkey Moon has actually had, I think, like 8 saves in this game. Not joking. Let me actually check. I think it's 8. Well, he's got 3 so far. I looked at the score beforehand, but he gets quite a few saves in this overtime. Wondering if he kind of puts them all together. But he's looked pretty great, I've thought, over the course of the series. Seiko has looked better than he did yesterday. Extra, I don't know. My concern with Extra, and this is, you know, not grounded in reality, but just something I'm concerned about in seeing other pros who have tried to amp up their mechanics, is I fear the same thing may potentially happen to Extra as happened to Torment, where Torment was like, hey, I got these new fancy mechanics, give me the ball, get out of my way, and just not always the right idea, you know? You kind of want to be, everybody talks, oh my god, how did that not go in? Everybody talks about, oh, you know, well, the other 2 players are really what carry you offensively, and, you know, it's a human thing, right? Where you want to be, you know, you want to prove people wrong. So I think there's been some occasions where Torment probably could have given the ball to a teammate that's hurt them in some key situations. And the same thing kind of happened in this series. It seemed like Extra maybe biting off a bit more than he could chew, time here and time there. It was a weird sentence offensively. But we're 2 minutes into overtime, and it's honestly seemed like, I've been talking the whole time, wow, that was almost really sick. It seemed like BDS has had most of the pressure. They've had some really great situations that they just weren't able to capitalize on. That's a pretty solid pinch there from Wave. Monkey Moon is up for this. The drop off for Seiko. Seiko with an extra touch. Oh my god. I am going to have my eyes pop out of my skull if too many more of those happen. That was incredibly close. Please excuse me, guys. I'm going to rewind. Almost fell out of my chair. Wasn't able to see everything that happened there. Alright. Monkey up. Seiko 1. Off the ceiling. Double. Extra. Oh my god, eekso. Oh my god, Wave. Well, certainly could have had a BDS win right there, huh? And again, this is Game 7, overtime, so we're in golden goal territory. Whoever scores next wins, and whoever does not score next goes home with a lot less money and points than they would hope for. This is a pretty big game for Quadrant, right? If they win this, I think they're really, you know, they're not at that same tier as some of our top European teams, but shoot, a win here, guaranteeing top 4, puts you in a pretty good position, gives you a little bit of leash to have some of the performances moving forward in this split that I think probably people expect from you. And if BDS win this, you know, more as planned. BDS is doing BDS things. But I would say this one certainly means more for Quadrant than it does for BDS. Great bump there by Wave. Heads up play. Knows he can't make a play on the ball. Coming off the scoop there in the corner. Keep the defense honest. I don't know how Seiko missed that. Nice little pop, especially when your team is kind of upfield. Yeah, see, that's something that we've seen quite a bit. It didn't hurt Wave there, but people rotating back on both teams and all players rotating back. Oh, my PC's on low battery, and of course, right over top of it. Well, that's live production, guys. Let's go back and check this out. But you see Wave kind of go past that ball there. Or past the boost, rather, and not able to get it. He's going to track this one. Get the fake on Monkey. Solid 50, and Kash is right there. Let's see that from Kash's point of view, why don't we? And that's going to be a Quadrant win, people. Let's get over to Kash. Here we are. I don't I don't love the white Zombas, but hey, what are you going to do? Great positioning. Seiko's up in the air, too. So Seiko's the back man here. Monkey's supposed to challenge this. What's Seiko doing? I think this is extra. I'm not sure. We're going to find out in a second here. No, this is extra, so let's get over Seiko real quick. Thinks Moon has that jumps early. He kind of had to, though, didn't he? Kind of had to jump. Wow, lands right on that back boost as it appears. Just bad timing, I would say. But not to take anything away from Quadrant, somehow able to take down BDS. Probably the least likely result if you would have asked me beforehand. But hey, everybody, you know, kind of gets their day out here. And yeah, looks like we're going to have Quadrant going on to the semifinals tomorrow. They're going to be able to see if they can keep this thing going. If they can get a top 2 finish, that would be exceptional for them. Even though they have this win over BDS, I don't think BDS looked like BDS. I still haven't been able to watch all the other games, but I would be pretty shocked if Quadrant's able to take another 7. Best of 7, that is. I feel like this one kind of got away from BDS. But that's neither here nor there. Congratulations to them. And guys, that is it. Until next time, thanks for your time, and take it easy.